this World Book Day 2021, I thought I would share a book that I promote, which is Dr. Chan's GCSE Total Recall System. Why do I promote it? I promote it because my daughter hated the revision bit of exams. I mean, she was really clever and always did really well through the year, but she just hated the bit at the end, the revision bit. So I used to help her for her GCSEs, and it's been a long time since I was in school. So thankfully I saw this book, Dr. Chan's GCSE Total Recall System, which said that your child could go into an exam almost as though they've cheated, because the memory tricks inside this book actually help a child not just to take the information in easier, but also to store in the long-term memory, so once they learn it's there forever. I thought that sounds like a plan for me. Now she was very reluctant to use them because she sees it as cheating. I don't, I just see it as clever inside information of how to keep something there easier, and then you can adapt them then and use them for revision. Particularly if you're a parent helping, because I don't know if you're like me, I mean, I'm really busy. So the last thing I want to be doing is learning stuff, say, to help with the biology, and then the next day I've forgotten it again, or even within an hour in my case, and I've got to learn it again. And that's where this recall system comes in really handy. Because within the book, he actually shows you 3 memory systems, clever memory systems, which help to take the pain out of the process. For example, the first one that is in here, if I can find it, is, bear with me, the alphabet system. And with that one, it's basically where it teaches you to code up the alphabet. And once you code it up with images, it'll be there forever, because you always keep, for example, if you chose that A was going to be an apple, that will be registered, that will always be a code, it will always be an apple. If C is a cat, it's always going to be a cat. So the initial process might take you a little bit of time to code up all your alphabet and to learn it, but once you learn it, then you can just apply that throughout your lifetime. And this particular method is good if you want to learn something temporary. So say you've got a test your child's got a test next week, but it's not something they maybe will have to remember for their exam, it's just an interim test. This would be good for that, because you can apply that just for short-term lists. Now, if you want to keep something there a bit longer, then that's where the next method comes in, which is, bear with me, it'd help if I'd had this already really, wouldn't it? Story sequential SSL, story sequential linking system. And put simply, that's just where he teaches you to go through a portal and then link images to things on a list you want to remember. He does it one way, but if you follow my videos on here, you'll find that I adapt them and do it slightly differently, because I first learned these memory techniques of a memory champion, an 8-time memory champion over 10 years ago, Dominic O'Brien. So I tend to use more of Dominic's sort of approach to it, but it's exactly the same principle. But what this does is explain to you what it does. So let's have a look what's in here. He teaches you to enter a portal and to remember the 10 moons of Jupiter. I think there's 10. It's not, anyway, it's the moons of Jupiter, and he'll teach you how to turn it into a story, and then you will remember those moons of Jupiter. With a bit of practice, you'll remember them forever. It'll stay in there as long as you want to, because it stores it to your long-term memory. Okay? He teaches you a story like, I'm trying to find the beginning of it now. He's on the planet's surface, and as I walk to the edge of the sheet, it suddenly grows in front of me and becomes a map of Europe. That's to remember the first moon on there, which is Europa. I walk along this map, and in the distance I see a figure approaching. It is the wizard Gandalf, carrying a jug of mead. So guess what we remember him by that? Ganymede, which he gives me to drink. I go to drink from the jug, but it suddenly becomes incredibly heavy and I cannot lift it. It is made of lead. And that's to remember Leda or Leda, I don't know how you pronounce it. Gandalf beckons me, and I follow him up a steep mountain past into the Himalayas, and that's to remember Himalaya. So can you see what he does? He's actually linking difficult words, which are the moons of Jupiter, into a simple story. So if your child goes into an exam and they said anything, crikey, what was the 3rd moon on that list? Well, all he'd have to do is relay the story and find where the 3rd part was in the story, and they'll remember. I'm sure you remember that would be far better than them suddenly panicking that they haven't remembered. Now, another memory system in here is the journey method. or the room method, whatever you want to call it, is known by different things. That one is, and I absolutely love this one, and I say I can still remember the first 12 countries to join the EU by using this sort of method. And it's just where you plant prompts into a different room and you go through your house then and you remember those prompts. For example, if I wanted to remember Belgium was one of the first countries to join the EU, I just imagine a big bell in the one room. Okay, and you can do that with any list of information. On my channel, you'll see, if you go into the Dr. Chan playlist, you'll see that I've got videos on how to remember some of the periodic table using this method, how to learn some of the gases using this method, the Earth's structure. I've got all different examples. It's always the same principle, but you just apply it to whatever list. And if you haven't got a home with enough rooms in it, then go out to the garden. That's what I do. If I run out of rooms, I go out to the garden. If you don't want to plant too many lists in the same house, then use your parents' house, use your friend's house. It's all you've got to do is imagine it. You can actually use journeys. I've used actual journeys. I go for a walk with my dog and I plant prompts along there. You'll see one of my journeys that I actually do with you in my video. I go through my village and I plant the ones to remember the Tudor list of kings and queens and the order that they come in. And I know it's Henry the 6th, Henry the 7th, Edward the 6th, Mary the 1st, Lady Jane Grey, Mary the 1st and Elizabeth the 1st. Look at my video and you'll see why I remember that. I learned that months and months, I think it was last summer, but I remember it because I know the story, I know the journey I did, and I know what prompts I put on each station. Alright, so I hope that's helped on World Book Day 2021. So this is the book, it's called Dr. Chan's GCSE Total Recall System. And I'll actually put a link in the comments of if you want to do it. I will say it's an affiliate link, so if you purchase the book there is a chance I could get paid a commission, but you don't pay any more for it whatsoever. You'll still pay the value of the book. It's just the product owner will pay me direct for any sales I make. Comes with a 30-day money back guarantee, so absolutely nothing to lose by trying out these memory techniques with the children. But from personal recommendation of me using, there's everything to gain, because it not only makes revision time easier for your child, and it doesn't have to be revision, actually, you can just be learning things, you know, just to remember them ready. But it'll make it a lot easier for you as a parent, because I've lost track how many times I've had a calm house develop into a war zone the minute my daughter gets frustrated because she can't take in some boring information because she's switched off. So this is a way of switching on the Dr. Chan's GCSE Total Recall System. Let me know how, if you purchase it, let me know how you get on with it. Alright, that's it for today. See you on the next video. Bye for now.